Shalom. All praise glory and honor be to the Most High. Yahweh. Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Bahasham Rakah Kodash. Yahweh is a true name for the Almighty, and Yahweh Shai is a true name for the Son of the Almighty, our Lord and Savior, who's going to deliver the elect of the nation of Israel from the coming destruction that is coming upon all the world. Double honors to our apostles of GMS Game Stone. Salutations to you, Akim, pushing this word with us this year to the truth. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American, Indians, West Indians are the real Israelites. Alright, we are the chosen people of the Heavenly Father. The Heavenly Father has chosen us to be a special people unto Himself, But because of disobedience, we are being punished. And that's the reason why we end up in these lands in the four corners of the earth, enslaved by the enemies. But the topic that I really want to zoom in on is I'm on the road, just do a 20 or a 15, 18 minute run, but I just using the opportunity to do this video because something just came to mind. We're always going to these precepts of enduring hardness, but I just want to zoom in on just a few precepts, keeping it short and to the point. Especially for younger brothers coming in, and just a reminder to those who are already in. Scripture says, endure hardness as a good soldier. Let me just read it. 2 Timothy 2 verse 3. Therefore endure hardness, as a good soldier of Yahushai. Right? Because just as how Yahushai was going through, his hardness, his hard times, once you take this cross, and once you take up your cross, that's what the road requires, for you to be hardened. Yeah. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, and we have to always remember that we're involved in a war. Scripture said in Ephesians 6, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but by spiritual wickedness in high places. It's a spiritual battle more than it is a physical battle. It goes both ways, but it is more spiritual than it is physical. It's your spirit against many demons. Your spirit and Yahushai, all right, against the affairs, the wickedness of this world, spiritual wickedness in high places. So it's no man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life. So I want to highlight this word, entangle. All right. I want to highlight this word, entangle, recent, right? Entangle, it goes ensnare. As you can see, it means ensnare, to wrap or twist together. Zin, and you cannot be a part of this world. And the things of this world is appealing to the flesh. The flesh desire these things. And if as the scripture says, you should be mortifying your members. If you're not mortifying your members, then you're going to get wrapped up. You're going to get twisted up with the affairs of this life. And it really comes down to even when you're in need of certain things. You might short on certain things. And then you might have people who depend on you for those certain things. And it will what will happen now, you will be alert, to be lured out of your safety, to do things. And if you're not mindful, that's why scripture says you have to do things in moderation, which we're going to go into that word temperate. Right? Because the scripture says, with that striving for the mastery, is temperate in all things. So you have to be moderate, in all things. But it says what? Entangle means to be wrapped together, to ensnare. Right? Because the affairs of this world, it can lead and be a trap to you. Alright? It said to involve in a perplexing or troublesome situation, to make it complicated. Yeah, but that's the definition though. You know, that's the definition for that. But let me continue with the other part. Yeah. It says, no man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, and that's plain, that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier. Who hath chosen us to be a soldier? Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai. So we can't please him if we are being twisted up with the affairs of this life, man. If we're wrapped up with the affairs of this life, we can't please him. You see? Because the scripture say, the scripture say, what? Love not the world, neither the things of the world. And it's go further to say, you love not the world, neither the things of this world. For all that is in the world is the lust of the flesh and the pride of life, and it is not of the Most High. And it's told in James again that he that is friendship of this world is enmity with the Most High. So you cannot please him if you're being wrapped up or being drawn out by the affairs of this life, by the things will appeal to your flesh. You cannot give the flesh everything it needs. Sometimes you just have to bear until the Most High. Not that you won't try, but you won't sit down and look for the Most High to give you something. I'm not saying that, but sometimes you have to be patient, man. A lot of times you have to be patient. You know, the scripture says, casting all the fears upon Yahweh Shai, because you know him care for you. Him know you need before you even ask. Yeah, but you just pray and wait. Pray and be patient, man. Alright? Further down it says what? If a man strive for mastery, yet he not crowned except he strive lawfully. The point is that we're striving for mastery, man. We're striving to perfect. We're striving. Let me see if we can bring up this word mastery. Define mastery. It says what? The action or process of mastering a subject. Alright, and that's what we're doing in this truth. We're striving for mastery. And the word strive go back to our content. Which content is also fight. Is also a warfare to contend and to strive for mastery. So this is right, so let me go to my next precept. I have different Bible app I use, but right, so in 1 Corinthians 9:25 it says every man that striveth for mastery is temperate in all things. No, they do it to obtain a corruptible, but we an incorruptible. And if you look at athletes, you know, they locked out a lot of people. They are locked out from certain things of the world. A lot of these athletes told you. But they do it to obtain a corruptible crown. But we doing it for an incorruptible. So if to get to that mastery level, you know, you have to be temperate. Yeah, you have to not overindulge, as the definition gonna say. Temperate, having a moderate climate, which is especially like extreme in temperature. As we go further, marked by moderation, such as keeping our health within limits, not extreme or excessive, mild. Moderate in indulgence of appetite or desire. You can't overindulge, whether in sex, whether in food, whether in drinks, whether in even in your job. You can't overindulge. Yeah? In the affairs of this life, you can't overindulge. And certain things, you just know, say, yo, don't touch it, don't good for you. Certain things that even need moderation, you just don't touch it. You know, but you have to know yourself. But this is what is required, man. This is what is required when you walk this road of serving Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. To reach to that mastery level, you have to be temperate in all things. You have to endure hardness as a good soldier. And don't be entangled with the affairs of this life. No, let's get the next precept. So be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Alright? And trust me, the devil going about as a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. He set up on all fronts, man. He set up things on all fronts and all avenues. See? And if you're not moderate and temperate, doing things in moderation and enduring hardness and not being entangled, you will get caught. You will be devoured by the devil. Now, I couldn't pull up the definition with this Bible app, so I'm gonna pull it up in this one. It's 1 Peter 5 verse 8, and then we'll close it. Don't want to go too long. 5. Verse 8, right. I wanted to look up this word, sober, because I think we bring it up before. Done. In the Strong's definition, it said to be to be sober, to be calm and collected in spirit. You see? That's a thing that even me is learning by myself, man. Not to be affected so much by opinions and by things of this world, by the different affairs. Not to be affected by or easily affected, easily emotional and all of them things, man. That's something that I have to keep on the try to keep on the wrap. It's a work in progress though. It said to be temperate, dispassionate and circumspect. And that word dispassionate is what I really wanted to bring out, because in this walk, you have to be. That's one of the things that we have to have a dispassionate, to be dispassionate. To be dispassionate about certain things, man. To be dispassionate is not influence. We bring it up. Unemotional. Yeah. So it's not like. So it's not like you're not gonna be affected, by certain things, but you're not supposed to be. Supposed to be tempered. You're supposed to be unemotional. Not make it, not displaying it or not make it manifest in a certain way where you might, in other words, lose control. And then you're gonna end up sorry that you actually reacted that way. As in, it's not influenced by strong emotion, because as the scripture says, the devil go about as a roaring lion, and him come through people. Whether in your work environment, whether in your homes, whether in your surroundings, wherever you are, he come that way too. So further down, the definition for dispassionate is not influenced by strong emotion, and so able to be rational and impartial. See, and that's what I really wanted to bring out. So let me just give a recap. It says the first precept, it said that endure hardness as a good soldier and don't be entangled. If once you're involved in a warfare, you're not supposed to be entangled with the fears of this life. And then it says what? A man that striveth for the master is temperate in all things, doing things in moderation. See? Being moderate. You be users of the word and not abusing it. In other words, in other scriptures. And then it says what? Be dispassionate also, not be. Yeah, my boss, good. Not be affected, not being easily affected by strong emotion, but not being affected by by people, or easily emotional. In other words, simply put, not being easily affected or emotional, man. So it's not like you don't feel things, but you have to be dispassionate, especially when it comes to, chasing your dreams. Some things people might say, why you do this, why you do this, and all of that. But you have to actually know what's good for you, and work on whatsoever you need to work on. But you have to not overindulge, and not to talk too much. I believe the point is made, and hopefully it is edifying to the hopeful elect. With that we say shalom.